Hey folks, I'm Melhorn. In this video we're going fishing for bluegill, and I'm going to show you the hook that I think is the perfect one for catching panfish.
Bam, got him. Got him. Another one. Dude, what a difference. Tell you what I did. I had some J hooks on here. They worked great down at the coast. We were catching stuff on them down there. I started working up and down this bank here. Probably spent 15 minutes getting bit and fish dropping baits. Finally, I tied on a Gamakatsu octopus circle hook, and I'm catching fish that small now. It's amazing what was getting by. I ain't telling how many fish I left up and down the bank right up there. I'll take them any size I can get them. But man, that little octopus circle hook. It's by Gamakatsu. It's just like the big ones that I use. Same style circle hook, except it's a number 8. Little bitty thing, little bitty thing. Great, great, great hook, especially for catching these small fish. Kind of hard to find. Most places don't carry them, but heck of a good hook for small fish. Best of all, they're a circle hook. They pretty much set themselves. Back here in this little pocket, I think we can catch a few right here. I got hit enough times in here that, whoo, they're little. I'm telling you, when you can hook a fish that small, it's a good hook. I'll cut the tail off a fish that size and just use him as a whole bait. Whatever you can get. We've got a, there's a lot of mayflies hatching right now. I noticed that at the dock the other day. I came out here a couple days ago, struggled catching bluegill. It's like, where'd they go, man? And it hit me. Something changed. I saw a couple of mayflies. Oop, sorry about that. That's a little small red ear. Small red ear sunfish. Saw a couple of mayflies, and then man, I get to the boat ramp this morning and bluegill are blowed up on them at the boat dock. They're everywhere. I was like, uh-oh, that could be a problem. And it is. Those fish, if you have mayflies in the area where you're bluegill fishing, they can get full on them, and it can become very tough to catch them at that point. So what do you do? What do you do? You gotta run from them. Run from the mayflies. Get some more bait on here. I'll talk more about that.
Now, one thing about this trip, it was during the mayfly hatch, and I had to actually cover some water before I started filming so that I could find an area that was not inundated with mayflies. Because man, when these things are hatching, these bluegill, sunfish, and other fish can get filled up on them. So finding some clean water was kind of tough, but once I found it, there were some fish there.
The good thing about the mayfly hatch is generally it's kind of in a few places, but it's not all over at the same time. So if you can find those areas that don't have them all over the water, you might be able to catch some fish. It's kind of what I got in here in this cove. There were some places earlier, it was blowed up with them, man. I mean, they were all over the surface. And not all parts of the lake have them at the same time, so that's kind of the good thing. So, got him. Got him. I just seen about a 4-pound largemouth swimming right up to this cork when it hit the water. That would have made a great piece of bait. Could have fished all day on that sucker.
Yeah, the whole point of this little trip was to catch some bait fish for some guide trips that I had coming up. Here in the springtime, it's a great time to be using bluegill for bait, and later in the year, I at least like to have a mix of some kind of cut bait in the spread when I'm fishing for catfish, and it's hard to beat bluegill. So I decided to pull up on the bank and load up the bait tank.
Little bitty ones. I don't think they even know I'm here. Got him. Got him. What happens if I toss him right there next to them gar? I could care less. That's crazy. There's two gars sitting there. I hit them in the backs with it. Wouldn't even touch the big old shell cracker. Wouldn't even touch it. I think they're spawning. Yeah. Good one. That, guys, it's been tough catching these bluegill lately. Not sure what all it is. I think part of it is they may be past their, not in a good spawn window right now. They did a big part of their spawning last month too, so. Got him, right there at that tree. Coming off that tree. If there's another one sitting there. Man, I'm having to look between the bushes to see if something hits that one. Got him. That's a little bitty fish. Little bitty fish. We'll take him. It's all bait, baby. It's all bait. That'd be dangerous if I was a place that had some big ones. I think the squirrels are wondering what I'm doing in here. Another one, I gotta look back between the trees to see. Boom, got him. Better size one. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. It hits the floor.
As for the RodReel combo that I'm using, well, I've got a Runsell Titan 2 reel on this rod. It's a nice small compact reel that is perfect for this type of fishing. I've got a precision cast rod from Catch to Fever. It's a crappie fishing rod, but it is excellent for catching bluegill, perch, and just about any other panfish out there. On the reel, I've got some Andy braided line. I love their braided line, and it is a great line anytime you need any type of sensitivity to feel those bites.
Y'all can't even see me on that camera. I got trees all over me now. All up in the limbs. Got one. Did the boat turn back? Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Promise you I'm still here, and I got a fish. Waiting for that big old snake to fall out of the tree here. And got another one. There's gotta be a better way here. Gotta be an easier way. But they are up. They are up under these trees here. At least this one. Like I said, I'm one good snake from putting an end to this. Maybe, let's see. Boom, got another one. I found my tree. Got squirrels barking at me too. If I can hit it from here. Get on the end of this down here and cast up from this side. It might be a better angle. Let me try it.
Now, I absolutely love the precision cast rods from Catch the Fever. The only thing I don't like is the hook holder placement. They have a hook holder that is mounted on the rod. On this one, it is on the inside of the rod. When I cast, the light line has a tendency to wrap around that. So, I took a pair of pliers to it and pulled it off.
Cast a lot better. What was happening was it was coming off and hitting that thing on the fly. There we go. Hitting that when the line was coming off, and I'll lose that fish if I ain't careful. There he is. There he is. Yeah, the line flying off there was hitting it. This is a pretty light line, flimsy line, so it flies all off of there. Much better with that hook keeper off. Maybe if that hook keeper was on this side of the rod, it'd work better. Other than that, I love the rod. That's the only complaint you got in a fishing rod. You got a pretty good fishing rod. Again, these are the precision cast. I catch the fever. They're actually designed for crappie fishing, but I have implemented them out here catching bluegill, white perch, croakers down at the coast. I have put them to use all over the place, and anytime you need a shorter spinning rod, they have worked well. Got him. Nice, nice, nice. I seen him swim up to it. They're not hitting aggressive, man. They're coming up, taking these baits, and I'm just sitting there with them. But this little bitty number 8 Gamakatsu hook is the ticket for catching these fish. Even these smaller fish, big enough to hook them. And it's a circle hook, so for the most part, all you gotta do is pull back on the rod and you're catching them. That one there's a warmouth. I'm throwing him back. I'm not a fan of warmouth. Any of y'all that watch my channel, not that I ain't ever caught a fish on them, but dadgum, I have not caught a lot of fish on them. They are not a great bait. They're in the sunfish family, just like all of these, but the old warmouth is not a favorite. Another small one. Said I ain't getting picky. Boom, boom, there he is, there he is. There he is. Another good one. A little better fish back here, a little bit further back. Ain't got much worm left on there. Got that one. Give me one more on that little bitty piece of worm. It's a little bitty piece. Boom, got him. Little bitty. That's perfect. Good catching.